Alright, here's a bit of a tale for you. This is a bit of a cautionary tale as why you shouldn't really pick on the quiet guys. Now this story was actually told to me by my old boss from Wild at Heart in Brisbane, or Bernie. He had hired an artist from up north, this young guy Caleb. You know, he had moved down to Brisbane. He was referred on by Dwayne Cash, a really good friend of Bernie's and a legend in tattooing. And it was actually Dwayne who told this story to Bernie. You know, this is the guy you're hiring. Now, Caleb was a really quiet, shy guy. Like, he barely said anything. He could sit in a room, you know, for 2 hours and say 3 words, you know, in a conversation. He was just that kind of guy. But he was a cool guy. Everyone liked him. But in the old days of tattooing, especially in shops like Dwayne's and, you know, like, they were old school. So there was a lot of hazing going on. There's a lot of ragging. If you were the quiet guy, you really copped it. Now, Caleb was a junior artist, you know, and he's coming up through the ranks. And he just, you know, minded his business, did his tattoos. But there were a couple of guys who would rag on him, you know, and one guy in particular, he just, you know, it was like a dog with a bone, and he just started picking on Caleb more and more and more. Because Caleb never responded. He never hit back, you know. He was like, no, just ignored it. So Dwayne actually said to him one day, man, you know, you don't have to take that. Like, you know, he's getting pretty bad. You don't have to take it from him, you know. And Caleb's like, oh, what do I do? And he's like, well, just don't take it, man. Like, you know, hit back. Man, give it back to him. Like, if he's going to give you shit, give it back to him. Don't take it. So a couple of days later, they're all sitting up, you know, and this guy who had been ragging on Caleb, he was doing a tattoo, and he started ragging on Caleb. But everyone was watching this time, and everyone was watching and waiting to see what he'd do. And Caleb was just setting up, minding his own business, you know, just pretty much trying to ignore this guy. And this guy started really ragging on him. Yeah, next minute, Caleb just goes, fuck it. Walks over, grabs a baseball bat that they had under the counter, walked over to the guy, and BAM! Batter up, motherfucker. Cleaned him up out of the chair, like knocked him out of his chair, like, pretty much knocked him out. And Dwayne's like, what the fuck? All hell breaks loose. What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Caleb's like, you told me not to take it from him, so I didn't. Dwayne said, that's not quite what I meant, man, but, you know, good on you for fighting back, but holy shit, that's taken it a little bit too far. But after that, no one messed with Caleb at the tattoo studio. No one gave him shit, including that guy, who I believe Caleb actually got an apology from later on. That's why you don't pick on the quiet guys, ever. Alright, so there you go, legend. There's your tattoo, and there's some tales for you to take with you. Hope you enjoyed them. And hey, if you did and you want to hear more, all you can do is like, subscribe, and hit the little bell to get notified, and you'll be hearing new tales from me every week, right here on Tales from the Tattoo Crypt. Thanks a lot, legends. Peace out. And don't forget to tip your tattooist.